Gems, welcome back. It's Lorena. Today I'm here with another tag video. Today I'm doing the My Perfect Imperfections tag. This was created years and years and years ago by Andrea's choice. I actually had filmed this previously when I had a different channel, and I feel like with the way I've been feeling kind of like down and whatnot, this is kind of the perfect moment to just like acknowledge things that are bothering me so that I can move on to a more positive mindset, which is pretty much the idea behind this tag. You list 3 imperfections and then you list 3 things that you like about yourself. So with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. But of course, I'm going to remind you real quick to not to forget to click the like, the subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff so you can join the Gems fam. Go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and get started while you do. So, imperfection number 1. Alright, this is a physical imperfection, and that would be my keloids. So I do have keloid scars all over my chest, and they're really problematic. Like, they itch, they burn, they're bothersome. If I'm doing this in videos, it's because they're itching or burning. I try to keep them covered as much as possible because the sunlight can really irritate them. But if you've never seen a keloid, it's basically my body doesn't know when to stop producing scar tissue. So, like most people, if I get a scratch, I'll bleed, my body will create, I think it's cortisone that your body creates. Anyways, it starts healing, it creates a scab, the scab falls off, and you might or might not have a scar. Well, my body reacted when I was visiting Mexico years ago as a kid to something in the pollution and like started to freak out, and my genes just kind of got activated. It started off literally as like, it looked like 3 pimples. Like I had one like here, here, and I think over here. Like there were 3 little dots. They literally looked like that. And then they kind of started growing, and then after months of having them and having them just slightly getting bigger, I went to the dermatologist, and she was like, yeah, it's really rare for pale skinned Latinas to have keloids because it's predominantly seen in like the Black community or Asian community, specifically like Japanese people have it because of the radiation from like Hiroshima and all that stuff. She's like, so it's really rare for someone of like a Latino background to have it, but it does happen. Like it's a genetic thing. So basically for life, any like procedure, any scarring could create a keloid. It does happen predominantly in your upper chest, your back, around the ears and neck area. I've seen some really big ones on people's necks and I'm like, thank you, Lord, baby Jesus, I don't have that, knock on wood. Like, because this is hard enough. You guys know, almost every shirt has like a scoop neck, a V-neck. Everybody's wearing like the super cute tops. I used to love wearing tank tops out in public, but now when I do, I get the looks. I get the questions like, oh, were you in a fire? Did you get burned? Or what happened to you? Or like, mommy, what's wrong with her? Like, it scares kids. My baby nephews, every time, like, they'll, like, one of my baby nephews recently, well, he's not such a baby anymore, he's 4. But my young nephew, I was recently wearing a top that had, like, the little buttons up, but has like 4 little buttons right here, and I had the top 2 open so you could see about that much. And my nephew like comes up and he's like, hey Tia, da, da, and he's like, let me see, and he like opened my shirt and he like pulled on it and he's like staring at them, and he's like, why are they still there? So I had to explain to him, they're like my tattoos, they're permanent, they're just like part of my skin. And he was like, okay, and he just kind of like covered them back up and went on his way. And like, that's the easiest way to explain it to children, but it's frustrating to get the looks, to get the questions, to be made to feel, I don't know, sometimes like a freak. When people look at you, they're like, ooh, what's wrong with you? What if that's contagious? Like, it's not contagious, but people get ideas and it's uncomfortable when you're out in public. So yeah, that's the one physical imperfection. Like, I don't mind being overweight. I don't mind, like so many other things about my body, but these will actually make me tear up if I think about it, because it's really frustrating. They're painful, they burn, they itch, they've grown over the years. Like I said, they started off as 3 little breakouts, like 3 little pimple-sized dots, and now it's like this whole connected system. I have them on my shoulders too, on my upper arms. Nothing on my lower arms, and these tattoos are, as you guys know, relatively new. This one is still kind of worrying me. It's a little bit raised, which I'm like, please don't keloid on me, but this one's nice and smooth, so I have hope, fingers crossed, this one won't become a keloid, but if it does, at least it's in a shape I like, so I'm gonna go with that. But that is my biggest imperfection slash insecurity. Like, that one will get me emotional when I think and talk about them, because they're just frustrating. Like, every girl wants to feel cute, and it's not cute having to shop for tops like this. It's like super hard. Anyways, yeah. So that is my biggest imperfection, and it's not something I can fix. Surgery will just make them go away for a little bit, but then when my body starts healing from surgery, guess what? It'll still create extra scar tissue, so they'll just come right back. It's not worth spending the money because insurance doesn't cover it. It's aesthetic, not damaging or a health hazard. So I ain't got the money to spend on that, and I don't want to go into surgery for something that's not going to go away. It just doesn't make sense. So, alright, that's imperfection number 1. Imperfection number 2, I have these pockets on my cheeks. Like, when I smile, they show up sometimes in pictures. Like, I don't know if you guys can see these little like baggies here. My mom has had them her whole life, and I was always like, I don't like how those looks. Please God, don't let me get them. And then the older I get, the more I look like her, and then the more I get them too. And I'm just like, oh, why? You already gave me keloids. Couldn't you just like leave this alone? No. So yeah, these right here, these little pockets. Every once in a while I'll smile and they'll show up, and I'm just like, go away, just smooth. Yeah, that frustrates me. I don't like these little dips that I have down here. And most people can't notice them, or like don't pay attention to them, like it's just your face. But it's the part of my face that I really don't like. So yeah, that is number 2. And then number 3 isn't so much a physical imperfection. I know or some people might be like, you're not going to talk about your weight. No, I'm not going to talk about my weight. This is, just how I am. So that I don't see as like one of my biggest imperfections. I'm just overweight. Deal with it. But number 3, I do want to acknowledge, because it is a big flaw, and it's my pessimism, my tendency to look at the negative side of things. Like, I'm an optimistic pessimist. Like, some days I'm like full of hope, and some days I'm like full of despair, but for the most part I tend to worry and get anxious and like think negatively a lot. And so like, I was recently going through these job interviews, and I was like, stay positive, and so like I really tried. Like, I was like, I'm gonna stay positive, like I got this, and then I didn't get the job, and like in the back of my head I was like, see, I knew it wasn't gonna happen, even though I had been telling myself like, it's gonna happen, you got this, like da da da. Like, I had been trying to put that energy out there. Like, there was still that little nagging in the back of my head that was like, this is never gonna happen, why are you getting your hopes up? And I can't seem to get rid of it. So yeah, that's probably my like 3rd biggest imperfection. Is I also got that from my mom. My dad was always a very positive person. He always like focused on the good. Like, even if we were going through hard times, he was like, something's gonna happen. Like, you can only be down for so long. Like, yeah, be sad about it for a little bit, but get back on your feet. You're gonna be fine. Whereas my mom was always like, no, things will never improve and da da da. And I'm trying not to follow in her footsteps, but it's hard, especially like with the way my life has been going these past like few months. It's just like, after 4 months of not being able to apply for work, and then 2 months of applying and not like getting into things, it's just like, it's easy to have these like insecurities and things like drag you down and pull you into this dark mental spot, and I don't want to be here anymore. So I really need to work on that. That's why that is my 3rd imperfection, because it's a big one and I really need to put in some work. So, alright. 3 things I like about myself. Well, number 1, I like my sense of humor. I think I'm pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my Snapchat, I crack myself up. I'm not even gonna pretend I don't rewatch those things. You guys know I do. I'm like, did y'all see my Snap yesterday? Girl, it was on point. Like, I have thought about, like, I'm a lot funnier than people give me credit for. Like, where are these people? Why am I not getting comments? Like, but yeah, I do really like my sense of humor. It's a little bit black, it's a little bit sarcastic, it's a little bit snarky, but comes from a good spot. Like, I don't really mean things to be offensive. It's just like very genuine. And so yeah, I really love my sense of humor. Physically, my eyes, I love my eyes. My eyes are large. I have plenty of lid space to do eyeshadows. Like, my sisters have like tiny little eyes, and I'm like, girl, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, how do you do your makeup? No, but like, not to drag my sisters too, but like, when I do my sister's makeup, or like my niece, like my sister and her daughter both have very like almost like monolid, like my niece looks Asian. Like people are like, you're Mexican? What? We thought you were Vietnamese or, Korean. She looks pretty Korean, to be perfectly honest. Like she has very almond shaped eyes, like the monolid almost, like, and they're beautiful. She's a beautiful young girl, but she just has really small lid space. And so when I'm doing their makeup, I'm like, do I have room? Like, what? So I'm very thankful for my big old eyes because I love them. That's like my best facial feature. Just saying. No, but I also love like my eye color. I love the fact that it can look more brown, it can look kind of greenish, it can look deeper or lighter just depending on the lighting and the colors that I use. I just love my eyes. Like they're my favorite feature. Not gonna lie to you guys. And then my third favorite thing is my hands. Ooh, burp. Sorry. I love my hands. They're very feminine. They're very dainty. For a big girl, I have very like effeminate hands, and I like that. That's why I take care of my nails. That's why I'm worried about these sunspots that I'm getting because I don't want them ruined. But I had a coworker who would always be like, "Oh, your hand's so nice." Like I've had people tell me so many times, like, "Oh, your hands are so nice." Da, da, da. It's just a nice feature. It's a weird one to be proud of, but like I said, I just think they're really like dainty and feminine, and they probably don't come off that way on camera like my big old long fingers, but also when I was taking piano, like they were the right length. I'm not very good at piano. I only took it for a semester. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I like that. Alright guys, well that was it. Hopefully it wasn't too rambly. Hopefully you found this fun. Let me know what some of your perfect imperfections are in the comments down below. Or if you want to film this, let me know down there too, and I'll be glad to check it out because I think this is such a cool tag, both to like let your insecurities out and like be real about things you don't like about yourself, but also to like channel your good points. Like, yes, I might constantly be thinking like, oh my gosh, something bad is gonna happen, but at the same time I will make the best out of that and make you enjoy yourself and make you laugh your butt off while things might be going wrong. So like everybody has their good and bad, and I really feel like it's a fun tag to watch. So let me know if you want to do it. Again, don't forget to click the like, the subscribe, the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you soon.